Live from the Centennial Regional Arena in Brooks, Alberta. Welcome to the 2020 Brooks Bandits training camp. I'm Nathan Crosby with Ken Fleury. Hope everyone's having a great start to their weekend. And it will be Team Red versus Team White in our fourth game of this two-week training camp that certainly has seen a lot of excitement through the first three scrimmages. Team Red winning the first two matches. Team White coming back strong on Sunday, shutting out Team Red 4-0. So lots at stake tonight as Team White tries to tie up this series, and then we head into tomorrow's final game, tied 2-2. That'd be a fun thing for tomorrow. Maybe we could have the COVID Cup tomorrow. Nathan Crosby with Ken Fleury. We're live at the CRA in Brooks. Ken, it's great to have you back here with us. Great summer for you. It's been a long one. It's been a long one since we've seen some Bandits hockey. I know it's just a scrimmage at the end of the day, but how nice is it to see some Bandit hockey on the ice?
Anytime when you're in a situation like, you know, the country, the community is, any kind of normalcy that you can return is so nice. It's a real positive thing, not only for these players, but for the city of Brooks as well. And because, you know, the players and families, these guys want to play hockey. You know, it's a short window in junior hockey. You have that 3-4 years at best. Some guys only have 2. So every opportunity to hone your skills and get a little better is important. And it's so difficult to do that without competition, without coaching. You know, you can work out all summer, you can skate, go to camps and stuff like that, but it makes it very difficult to get to where you want to be without some real in-game competition and evolving through the process. So I think it's really nice for everybody that they're back and able to do this, and hopefully doing much more very soon, but a lot is to be determined about that.
Let's get to some of the players that have really stood out so far through this training camp. I look at a player like Julien Blouin, who comes over from Quebec. This is a guy that had 92 points last year in 42 games at Rice Memorial Prep. He's come in and has already scored 3 goals in this tournament. Ken, the Bandits have had great success with players from Quebec in the past, like William LeMay and Simon Gravel. He's one player to me that has stood out.
Certainly so, and you know, watching, I only got to see the first game, but the level of competition is outstanding. You can see the young players of the future, 12 returnees, and a number of players in the mix for spots. So it's you know, a very competitive camp with a lot of great talented showcased here, and I think it's really good all around. It's good for those young players to get exposed to these returning guys, and guys like Blouin and a few other guys like Kennett that's come over, and I'm going to get some names wrong too, my first go at, but
there's a few to remember.
Yeah, you know, playing in the Ontario Junior Hockey League and is committed to Sacred Heart Youth. So, you know, a great level of competition here at camp, but just a real positive thing for everybody involved.
The starting goaltenders for this scrimmage will begin with Team White as Paris O'Brien, the Coquitlam, BC native who played in China last year. He'll get the nod for Team White, which will be coached by Evan McFeeters. Team Red's coached by Taylor Macon, and he's electing to go with Dalton McBride last year with the Fort Erie Meteors of the GOJHL. These were the 2 starters in Game 2 last Friday. Red skated to a 6-3 victory that night. Red versus White in our 4th scrimmage here of the 2020 training camp. Glad you're with us here on this live stream. Nathan Crosby with Ken Fleury as we sit back and enjoy the game. Red controls in their own end. That's TJ Hughes, the second-year Bandit, wearing number 12 for Red. He picks up some speed, passes to the near side, where Devin Phillips, who makes his debut in this camp, shoots it in. Now in the far corner, that's Dominic Campioni rolling it out to center ice, where Phillips chases it down. Devin Phillips, as the puck's taken away by Ewing, he got a quick shot off on McBride that stopped Phillips. This is his first game of the camp, and he's been moved to Team Red. Originally, he was listed on Team White, but due to injuries, we've had to shuffle around some of the players.
And you know, Devin Phillips coming back in, it's been a long wait for him. I'm sure it's been very trying, and glad to see him finally back out here in the inter-squad. And hello to the Phillipses down in North Carolina. It's been a trying time for all, and especially those kids crossing borders.
Jack Seymour carrying in for Team White. Puck taken away, and the Calgary native Taylor Mccarr brings it the other way. He's tied up at the point. Team Red O'Halloran, who was also moved over to the Red squad. He's wearing number 20. Makes his debut with Team Red after the first 3 with White. Puck in the red zone. That's Sean Chisholm on the goal line. He's got a goal in this training camp. He throws it on net. A stick save for McBride. McAllister was calling for it. He plays it back to Kennett. Over to Corson Kuhlmans, who was calling for it. And a tip shot, I think it was Chisholm, just misses the net.
And of course, Sean Chisholm returning for his second season as a Brooks Bandit, and looking for him to do big things this season, as he had a solid rookie campaign, and I think he'll be significant this year.
Corson Kuhlmans, what a season last year. Represented Canada at the World Under-17s and the World Junior A Challenge in Medicine Hat and Dawson Creek, respectively. Jeff Bjarnason, the big defenseman out of the Southside Athletic Club, shoots it into the Team White zone. Tragio, who's been one of the most physical players in this training camp with some bone-crushing hits so far in this tournament. Back to get it, Beljo for Team Red. He'll play to the defenseman, Japchin. Craig Japchin through the middle, a stick from Team White. That was Brendan Mayers, who's coming off a great performance on Sunday where he scored 2 goals. And all around, a great Sunday afternoon for Team White, and they needed that, shutting out Team Red 4-0.
You know, certainly you want to see it get to where the 5th game is the determining game in this set of 5 games. Is afterwards, I would assume that you know, some of the young players will return home. I'm not totally sure how it's going to work, but what a great experience for some of these really young guys. You know, they're high school kids, 2004 born, being able to compete at this level with this kind of coaching in this environment. It's the experience has been fantastic for them.
TJ Hughes on the draw. He has it in the corner. He's got a man in front. That's Phillips. He sails it over to the near side. Slap shot from the point goes over the head of Paris O'Brien. Team White will clear it out to center ice. That's Chris Pappas with the puck. Pappas and Hughes were 2 of 3 Bandits who played in every game last year. The other was Braden Krieger, who won the AJHL Rookie of the Year award. Phillips shoots it into the Team White zone. A rolling puck on its edge. First game for Phillips. And the puck comes out to center ice. Team White takes it the other way. Cipollone has it on the near side. His pass is intercepted. And Phillips, number 21 for Red, tried to feed it to Ethan Lund, who lost it in his feet. And White brings it back the other way. Hughes back to collect the puck. He leaves it on the near side for the North Carolinian, Devin Phillips. On the near side for TJ Hughes. Wearing number 12, he'll play it back to Campioni. Campioni, very successful career in Saskatchewan with the under-18 AAA Notre Dame team. They won a championship back in the 18-19 season. Kuhlmans with one hand on the stick lost it. And Japchin bumps it off his body. Looks like a hand pass is called. And the faceoff will be just outside the red zone. 4 minutes into the hockey game, Ken, and it looks like Team White is picking up where they left off last game.
Yeah, certainly they've had the early push, and you know, I think it's a little different this weekend because now they're down from the 2-a-days. It's a little more regular routine, probably just the morning skate today. So we'll see if they have a little more in the tank and can have a little better finish in these games.
It's funny how the second week of camp has a little bit of a different feel than the first week as the puck is cleared on net and covered for a whistle. Last week was a bit of a whirlwind, I think, for all these players returning after a 6-month break.
It was, and I think the thing that happens is, you know, everybody kind of gets a feel for where their place is, and, you know, you're going to see some good competition amongst guys that are competing for spots. I mean, with 12 returning guys, there's a lot of spots available.
O'Halloran's shot is tipped wide left. Krieger has it in the near corner. Committed to Bowling Green late last season. Had a 94-point year. He's got it in the far corner. Plays it back to the point, but it splits the D, and Japchin's back to collect it. Japchin up the near side for O'Halloran, who will play it behind the net. Tragio's there. He leaves for Chris Pappas. Pappas also committed late last season to St. Lawrence University. Back to the point. It comes to Tragio. Loads up a slap shot, and it misses the net. Fink on the far side. 2004 born forward out of NAX as it's shot back into the red zone, and Bjarnason's back to get it. Bjarnason throws it down the ice. No icing as it's beat out by Kusan. Remember, hybrid icing now a thing in the AJHL. And the officials here will be enforcing it. Kennett will bring it up and shoot it in.
As we just saw there, and it's a significant change into the game because it changes how you can clear the zone and run your offense going into the offensive zone.
Turnover, Seymour in front. The backhander, sprawling save by McBride. And a nice setup from the corner from Kennett, finding Jack Seymour. Back comes Team Red the other way, blue end. Trying to drop it back for Ethan Lund. Comes to Campioni. Lund on the near side, shoots it out to center ice, and Dario Beljo leaves it for Campioni. Campioni in front for Kusan, couldn't pull the trigger. Comes back to Ethan Lund, a low shot, it's blocked by Team White. Austin Cook has it in the near corner. Prep school last season with Mount St. Charles Academy, already committed to Vermont. He had 49 points in 55 games, 43 of them were assists. Here's a slip by O'Brien behind his own net and got lucky. He's back in position. Looks like he lost his balance there playing the puck.
Yeah, it just came out and he got hung up behind the net. Fortunately, didn't end up in the back of his net.
O'Brien, last few seasons in China, in Beijing. What an experience that must have been. Here's a turnover. Phillips from the right circle. Shot is blocked. And that was Bookman of Team White. That stings. He's a little slow to his feet. Bookman took a hard hit in the last game, so he's not having a training camp without its bumps and bruises.
Well, you're going to see guys pick up the level to compete for these two games. For many of them, it'll be probably the last opportunity to impress the coaches before they have to make some decisions. So I think it's, you know, you go out, you play hard, and take it up a notch, especially on the physicality side.
Red wins the draw, but Shane Lavelle out of Minnesota, he was tied up at the blue line. White will bring it back the other way. Chisholm, the pass coming to him in the corner was intercepted by Japchin. Red will move it out. Shane Lavelle, the Wisconsin commit, carries up the right side. Coolmans down on one knee, almost intercepted. Here comes Red, though. The chance in front for Hughes, who was sliding on his knees, and he couldn't get the stick on it. Corson Coolmans, number 6 for Team White. No look pass in front, and that's Langdon. He puts it back to Kennett. Kennett was acquired in the offseason in that David Paluch trade with the Burlington Cougars. As the puck is tied up on the near side, Ewing will bring it out for Team White.
So that would make it 13 players that have played at this level last season. So a great complement of players returning to this hockey club in camp here right now.
Boy, Devin Phillips had Ewing lined up there for a body check. He just missed. TJ Hughes ahead to Fink, goes off his skates, and White recovers the puck. Tragio ahead to Pappas for a breakaway chance. He shoots wide right. Great chance for Team White, but it remains scoreless.
And Chris Pappas, he's going to be significant on the offensive side of the puck. I expect him to put up league-leading numbers this season.
Pappas, last year, 58 points in 58 games. He was 5th in team scoring. And in the final game of the season was awarded the team's Most Improved Player Award. And if you haven't seen the interview with Chris Pappas on our YouTube page, check it out. Our newest media coordinator, Brian Wilson, sat down with him. Here comes Jack Seymour the other way. Seymour got a shot off, and the save from McBride. A penalty will come to Red here. And great chances here for Team White. First Chris Pappas, now Jack Seymour, really showing their speed, and that time it draws a penalty.
Yeah, you can see Seymour, he picks that puck up right at the top of the circle in the defensive zone and carries great speed through, gets a good opportunity, eventually gets pulled down by Campioni. So the Team White, I was going to say the Bandits, but Team White will go on the power play here with 11-12 left in this first period with no score.
Just have to be a little more specific on which Bandits.
The White, Team White, and we'll just go White, Team White and Team Red. That'll be easy.
I like it. Hughes leaves it for Ethan Lund. And the defenseman ahead to Devin Phillips. Can't get the puck to settle down, and Bookman takes it away. Zach Bookman, committed to Merrimack. Last year, he led all defensemen on his team in scoring at Millbrook School. Another prep school player at camp this year for the Bandits. Another penalty coming up here, but this is going to be Chris Pappas, I believe, for Team White. Just after Campioni goes off for Team Red for the hook, it looks like it's going to be Pappas, probably for tripping here.
Yeah, Pappas just reaches in and gets a trip as Bookman carries it in, and it's going to take a little time to figure out, especially on the power play, how to enter. It's the Bandits have a very sophisticated power play. They run 2 or 3 different options on how to enter the zone, and it's going to take a little time for guys like Bookman to get up to speed on that.
Poked out to center ice by Team White. That's Japchin back to get it, entering his second season with the team. Appeared in 36 games last year, missed the end of the season with an injury, and didn't get, well, none of the players got to have any playoff games, but the hope was that Japchin would come back for the playoffs, which never happened. Of course, the season was canceled the day Brooks was to open their playoff series against Drumheller. The series that never was.
The series that never was. Yes, the playoffs that never were. Well, just the first round got in.
Coolman's his shot and a kick save by McBride. 4-on-4 hockey for another 35 seconds. Ripping a shot is McAllister, and he can shoot it hard. That's blocked, and it hurt Japchin. He's a little slow to his feet. He's back on his feet now, and Coolman's has the puck behind the net. 20 seconds left on that penalty to Campioni, and then Red will get an abbreviated power play. McAllister drops it to the point for Kennett, number 4 for Team White. Knocked into the corner. Jack Seymour has it. Throws it in front. McAllister just out of his reach. Plays it back to Coolmans. Makes a move around blue end. Penalty over to Campioni. Half a minute on the Team Red power play remaining. Shot is wide from Coolmans, and Red has the puck. 9 minutes to go in the first period, and still looking for the game's first goal. Campioni brings it in, shoots it on net, and covering it for the whistle, Paris O'Brien with 8:53 on the clock and 15 seconds on the power play.
And of course, Corson Coolmans, who will be off to Wisconsin at some point. A tremendous season last year as a rookie. You know, he had so many other commitments because going to play in the World U17, going to play in the CJHL Prospects game. It's a lot of travel back and forth, so I thought he did a great job of handling everything.
Campioni rings it off the iron. Best chance for Red. And it's shot down the ice. And the penalty over to Pappas. Heath Armstrong was the one that cleared it. It's going to be a face-off in Red's zone. Armstrong had one of the strongest performances, I think, on Sunday with his 2-goal performance.
And Armstrong played a number of games with the Bandits last season as an affiliate and showed very well there as well. So I expect, you know, he's going to compete very well for a spot here. And like I said, you know, the returning guys, there's a lot of competitions for spots in this hockey team.
Team Red wins the draw. James Johnston, a quick shot on net, blockered away by O'Brien. Behind the Team White net, it comes in front for Johnston. He whiffs on a one-time chance. Johnston had 2 goals a week ago in that 6-3 Team Red win. Beljo tied up on the blue line. Armstrong has it, the former Calgary Buffalo. Up the left wing for Pappas. Pass is almost picked off, but held in by Traggio. Plays it into the corner. Ethan Lund back to get it. Wearing number 2 for Red, which is a little weird to see because we're used to seeing Ethan Lund in the number 6. But such is training camp.
Such is training camp, and maybe that's just a conscious decision. You would think, I don't know how it works. I'd have to ask, do the veterans have say in what numbers they get in camp, or they just are handed a sweater? I don't know.
I don't know either, but you'd think if they had their say, they'd want their number, but who knows? Pass is picked off at the white-blue line by Bookman. Red's back to get it. On the near side, a bouncing puck. Couson, good pass ahead to Fink. One-on-one with Coolmans. Lost it. Fink then goes sliding softly into the boards for a whistle. Back to Heath Armstrong for a second, Ken. What a season he had last year, captaining as the captain of the Buffaloes, winning the Max tournament in Calgary, something that hadn't been done in a long time. A Calgary team winning that tournament. Of course, he captained that team. There's another player from that team in Jared Whale, the goaltender, who was on that roster.
Yeah, a couple really nice young recruits from Calgary, and Whale played a couple games in the AJHL for one of the other clubs as an affiliate.
Koolmans brings it in and misses the net. And it comes on the near side for Lavelle. Pass picked off. Team White the other way. Chisholm with the shot and a stick save by Dalton McBride. Player fell over in the far corner. That was Garner. I think he tripped up himself. He's got it back on the blocker's side and got a shot off. And McBride there to make the save and hang on for a whistle. Dalton McBride, an 0-2 goaltender out of Grimsby, Ontario. 26 starts last year with Fort Erie. And these are the two interesting goaltenders, I think, Ken. You have the returning in Barwick and Jared Whale, who they signed in the offseason. Now you have the battle tonight with O'Brien and McBride.
And you know, there's a lot to be determined at all positions. I think if you come into this camp thinking that you'll just make the team, you may be surprised, returning players or not. So these guys are going to have to work hard, and it's good to have this level of competition.
Team Red carries up, and a check on the near side on Phillips. Watch for Tragio, number 2 in white, as he's been doing this all camp with the good body checks we've seen from number 2. Braden Krieger, a little shimmy, leaves it on the near side for Phillips. Drops it back for Hughes. It's picked off by Team White.
And Tragio going to Brown University, but likes that heavy game, so he plays with a certain level of physicality at all times, and that's a nice asset to have on the blue line. You've got guys that can create offensively, and you need those guys that can really compete in front of the net and play physically, and Tragio certainly has shown that in this camp.
And he'll fit in at Brown with that heavy style, just like another former Bandit who liked to play that way, Nathan Plessy.
Yes, it's, you know, it's kind of, they're the thugs of the Ivy League, I guess.
Behind the net, Japchin tipped off his stick on the near side for Pappas. And it's back to the aforementioned Tragio from Sharon, Connecticut. Last year played prep school at Hotchkiss. Up the near side for Seymour. Seymour's pass, he whiffed on it. White moves it ahead anyways. Lost at the blue line. Back the other way, Beljo. He's had a good cap as well, and he's throwing the body around. Tragio. And that time it was Beljo who got the best of him. But it's now a breakaway for Jack Seymour. The backhander goes wide left. McBride lost his stick in the process, makes the save. Great chance for White. They've had a couple breakaways in this period.
Yeah, it's one of those things they haven't been able to capitalize on. 3 pretty good opportunities, and will that come back to bite Team White in the remainder of this game?
5 minutes to go in the first period. Entertaining one so far. Taylor Mccarr drops it down low. Lund has it behind the White net. Ethan Lund trying to find Mccarr on the far side, but White read it. And they'll shoot it down the ice. Back to get it. Mccarr knocks it over to the near side. Pinching in, Austin Cook. He's got it. Chance for Team White. Cook moves in front. Too many red players in the way, though. Mccarr's bumped off the puck, but got it out to center ice. Taylor Mccarr, entering his 3rd season with the team, committed to UMass. And a big season coming up for the Calgary native.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Taylor Mccarr, it's his time to shine. He's put his time in. He's worked hard. He's a big body that can skate and with some offensive skills. So I expect him to be right there, points and penalty minutes, but both will be very high.
White shoots it into the red zone. Back to get it is Krieger. He'll roll it over to the far side. Cipollon's there for Team White. Ewing will chase it down. The Nova Scotia native tried to get it to Koolmans at the point. He was checked on the near side, and it comes down the ice. Kennett will leave for Koolmans. Corson Kuhlman's good move to the outside around Hughes, but lost the puck. Devin Phillips will shoot it up the near side. Open as Krieger. Caught the pass. He's got it on the near side. Great adjustment that time from Krieger as he had to adjust off the angle which the puck came off the boards. Japchin can't pull the trigger in the circle. Kuhlman will take it the other way. It's knocked into the near corner as he shoves O'Halloran. Phillips with the check on Kuhlman's on the near side. Puck at center ice for Krieger. 2-on-1 for Team Red. Krieger on the toe drag. Lost it. Hughes recovers. He can't get a shot off. Team White skates it the other way. Back to end-to-end action just like we've seen in this training camp. In the previous 3 games, a shot from the point, stopped by McBride. Puck is loose, and they score! First goal of the game, and it's Team White striking first. Sean Chisholm cleaning up the loose puck to give White a 1-0 lead with 2:46 left in the first.
Nice play by Tragio to keep it in and just put it on net. A real simple shot in, and you know, Sean Chisholm, a big body, just gets in front, stick on the ice, and bangs in the rebound here. So Team White draws first blood, leads this one 1-0 with 2:46 left in this first period.
Second goal of the training camp for the returning forward, Sean Chisholm. And Team White looking for more. Not done yet in this period. Pappas trying to feed it to the point. Intercepted, though, by Cousin. And it comes out to center ice. Cousin, one of 3 Quebec players at this camp, along with Bluen and Jack Seymour, who hails from Chelsea, Quebec, which is in the Ottawa area.
Just across the river.
And then it's lifted out of play by Campioni.
Yes, it's just across the river by, as they say it there, Hull, not Hull, but Hull, Quebec. And Chelsea is actually where my father was born, of all things, surprisingly enough.
Interesting.
Yes.
Little Ken Fleury trivia.
There you go, yes, so I have roots in Chelsea.
And Seymour, one of those Team White players that's, you've noticed him in every game. Off the face-off, White. That was Cook who threw it at the net, and McBride had to make a save. The puck in the corner now. Team White buzzing right now. Red trying to get a stick on it. Cousin can't. Pappas takes it behind the net. Pappas brings it out to center ice. A good stick by Bluen. It comes out to center ice. Pappas got it back, though. And played back to the Team Red defenseman Campioni. The pass somehow got through the middle to Cousin, but White tied him up. White is not giving Team Red much to work with right now.
No, the back end is playing real tight and throwing some good offense at him. This easily could be 3-4 goal hockey game if it wasn't for the good play of McBride in the net for Team Red.
Good pass from behind the net to Seymour. Just missed McAllister. Bookman, he's going to step into one. A slap shot saved by McBride. The puck is loose. Red trying to clear it out. And they will, as it comes over to Bookman on the near side. 1 minute to go in the first period. Team White with a 1-0 lead. It's in the near corner for Seymour. Out in front to Kuhlman's, who shoots. Pad save by McBride. Kuhlman's turns and fires again. Japchin blocked it. And Taylor Mccarr will skate it ahead for Team Red. He picks up speed and leaves for Japchin. Japchin's bumped. And Team White gets it back. No, they lost it in the corner. And a penalty as Kuhlman's was slashed. Japchin's going to head off for a penalty. And Kuhlman's back on his feet, and Team White's going to get a power play late. Looks like a retaliation there from Japchin.
Yeah, teammates. And that's the thing about camp. You know, it's competitive out there. In the heat of the moment, the players are going to compete. And whether the guy's your roommate or, you know, your best buddy out the ice, he's your opponent, and he's going to be treated accordingly.
And this is nothing new in this camp, Ken. For those that are watching for the first time, this has been, every scrimmage so far has been, there's been some bite to it for sure. Bookman, a shot from the point. McBride the save. Another loose puck. Red gets to it. 18 seconds on the clock. Mccarr will shoot it out to center ice. And it's great to see that competitiveness, like you talked about earlier, Ken, with these players fighting to get a spot on the team.
It's important because if you're going to come into a camp like this and not compete, it doesn't really matter who you are. It's going to be a problem for you staying here and making this hockey club.
Buzzer sounds, and Team White has the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play, and they'll begin the second period with a minute 30 of power play time on that Japchin slashing penalty at the end of the period. But Ken, to me, it seemed like Team White was the better side in that first period.
Certainly so. They had the better of the offensive chances. They list the shots as 13-3 for Team White, so you know, pretty dominant period, only coming away with one. That will be the tell in this. You know, you have a good period like that, you can get 2 or 3, really take the lead out. They were unable to, and they only get the 1. So we'll see if Red gets the next one, how Team White reacts.
Great first period, and it should be a great game for the rest of the night here at the CRA. Just like every other scrimmage, we've seen some very tight games, and it looks like this one is trending that way so far. Our first intermission guest is on his way in Wayne Labrie. He's the head scout of the Brooks Bandits. He'll make his way up here to the box, and we'll have a chat with Wayne next on our live stream. 1-0 for Team White after 1 period of play. Welcome back to the Centennial Regional Arena after 1 period of play. Team White with a 1-0 lead on Team Red. Sean Chisholm has the period's only goal. I'm Nathan Crosby. Thanks for tuning in on this live broadcast. It's the second week of the 2020 Bandits training camp soon wrapping up. They have one more scrimmage tomorrow, and then we head into what will hopefully be the final stretch before the AJHL preseason is announced. Our guest here in the first intermission is the head scout of the Brooks Bandits, Wayne Labrie. It's great to catch up with you, Wayne, after what's been a very long off-season. From your perspective in recruiting and getting these players ready for this training camp, how was this year different than some of the other years?
Well, I think one we started a lot earlier, than we did obviously in the past year. I know when COVID hit, after the players had left, Ryan had gotten on the phone, and to be honest, probably about anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks after COVID hit and the season was completed, we were pretty much done recruiting. So Ryan was very proactive, got me involved in it a little bit more than past years, and we had a lot of success, and we did lose some kids. Obviously, we always do, but for the most part, we got what we wanted.
Hockey Everywhere was canceled. How does that change how you recruit when you're just all of the film you're watching is old film?
Yeah, I think for the most part it's the mindset, right? I think we were all frustrated. We were frustrated as a staff. We were frustrated. I was frustrated, not being able to complete the season and watch those kids, potentially win another championship. But Ryan, I give him credit. He was motivated right from day one when it hit, and it was time to reset, and it was time to get back to work. And there was no days off. Like it was crazy, but it kept the guy motivated and excited. And I was worked from home with my normal 9-to-5 job, so it actually worked out exceptionally well. Looking back at it.
Let's talk about some of the players, and certainly a lot of new faces this year, and a lot of new faces that have really made a good impression on everyone. Wayne, who's stuck out so far to you in terms of some of the new faces on this training camp?
Yeah, it's, again, I look at it, you look at there's 14 Division I commits, 6 on the back end alone. You go back to all the veteran guys. I think all the veteran guys have shown, come back ready to go. Bates is a year young, Bates is a year older, a lot more confident. Japper, a couple of guys like that. But new guys from the back end. I'm really excited about Jared Whale. I think he's the best 18-year-old goalie in the province, hands down. He's a kid that's only 18, but he carries himself like he's 20, getting a lot of Division I interest already. Dominic Campioni, a kid that I'd seen early on the recruiting trails when I went to Saskatoon out of Wisconsin, played at Notre Dame. Another kid that has got huge upside, plays Brooks Bandits way. Very elusive on the back end, a guy that can, play in all different situations, and he's an exciting one. Then you just go right up, up front. You got Heath Armstrong, who was exceptional for us down the stretch. The amount of games that he played as an affiliate. Jack Seymour. Really, I guess you could go on and on. It is early yet. It would be nice to see some of these kids in exhibition against another squad. Camp is camp, and these games are great to get somewhat of an evaluation, but until you get into those games with other teams and get up against a whack of 18, 19, 20-year-olds, you really don't know how some of these kids are going to react. But early on, you look at it, we're 2 weeks in, a lot of really good things happening.
From a scouting perspective, what is it that you're looking for during these camps and during the scrimmages, the things that maybe that we don't notice?
Yeah, really my job's almost done now. It's up to the coaches now to really pick this team. I have I obviously have some opinions and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's Ryan, it's McFeeters, and makes his job now to they're with these kids every day, so they see exactly what's going to fit and what isn't. But from my standpoint, I've just kind of taken a week off here and just come back here this weekend. So, get an update on how some of these kids are doing, and how we're gonna move forward with a few of them. Whether it's send them back to midget. There's a couple kids that potentially we're going to commit to for next year. Hopefully announce here in the next week or so. So it's exciting times. It's good to see these kids that you've seen over the past 2-3 years and have them all under one roof, and just be back in the rink. So it's exciting that way.
It really is. That's a good point. It's been a very tough year for a lot of people and our fans and supporters, and that was a long break. It's just great to have the players back and on the ice and the sounds of hockey again. That really, I think, means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, 100%. It's mentally for everybody. It's amazing that you feel different coming to the rink. It's just, we're at the mercy right now of the health authorities giving us the go-ahead and, kind of giving us direction as to what we can and can't do. And, the big part in this whole puzzle at the end of the day is how many fans we're going to be allowed to have, because right now the players are paying to play. And that's something that's going to get real expensive real quick the longer this goes. So, where there's going to be a lot of teams that just aren't going to be able to do it. So, I think that's the big question right now. Are we going to be at 30% capacity, 50% capacity? What's happening? Because right now, you got us wondering, you got players wondering, parents wondering, etc. And, hopefully we get some closure.
Awesome. Great job. Thanks for joining us, Wayne, and good luck with the rest of the last few days here of camp, and looking forward to the start of the season.
You bet. Thanks, Nate.
That's Wayne Labrie, our head scout, joining us in the first intermission. Great to catch in with Wayne. It's 1-0 for Team White as we look ahead to the second period here, Game 4 of this 2020 training camp. We'll take a short break. And about 5 minutes from now, we'll get going for the second period. Welcome back to the Centennial Regional Arena in Brooks, Alberta. It's the 2020 Brooks Bandits training camp. I'm Nathan Crosby with Ken Fleury, set to go for the second period after a great first period by Team White. They got a goal from Sean Chisholm, and they'll start this second period on the power play. And White looks determined to tie this training camp series up.
They're the team certainly that had the jump in the first period. I thought they made really good entries. Their defense really clogged it up, and good transition and make good entries into the zone. So I'm sure Red got coached up between periods. They looked a little static. It's so important to have clean entries coming in to get those opportunities, and when you get backed up entering the offensive zone, it makes it so tough to get that opportunity, and actually it makes it very tough defensively going back the other way. So Red's going to have to enter the zone with some speed to get some open space to get those offensive chances.
Our thanks to our head scout, Wayne Labrie, for joining us in that first intermission. And a big shout out to the entire scouting staff of the Brooks Bandits. Of course, there's Wayne, Dave Chevrier, John Petrozelli, Josh Reese, all very good friends of ours. And They worked very hard over this offseason, an extended offseason with 6 months of no hockey and no hockey anywhere. It's not like, Wayne talked about this. It's not like they could go and watch anybody. It was all old film they watched. They put together quite the training camp.
Yeah, they really did. Dave and Josh and John, I think, consults to them a little bit. They brought in a lot of good players to compete in this camp as a scouting group. So, and it'd be great to have those fellas here, but unfortunately they're not. So I'll say hi to John and Dave and Josh. Dave, of course, being in Ontario, and Josh is in Seattle, Washington. So, hey, fellas, hope you're doing well.
And we are underway in the second period. Team White on their second power play. Up 1-0. Brendan Mayers, 2 goals on Sunday afternoon, chases down the puck in the corner but lost it. It comes to the blue line for Kennett. Swings it over to the near side, and a good stick by Krieger. He takes the puck away and shoots it down the ice. Kuhlman's back to get it. Behind the net for Kennett with 45 seconds left on that slashing call against Japchin. And the guy who drew the penalty, Kuhlman's, has the puck. Enters on the far side, stops and passes it back. Mayers shoots it right to Kuhlman's. Puck moving around the zone here. Comes to the near side. Wallace, tied up in front was Mayers, whose stick was lifted by Bjarnason. Team Red the other way. It's Krieger with the puck. Another toe drag and a good defensive play by Kuhlman's, who's going to be called for a penalty here after he took the puck away from Krieger, tripping the call.
Yeah, as Krieger tries just to dump it past Kuhlman's, and Kuhlman slides over, makes a good play, catches a piece of the puck, and Krieger goes down. But nevertheless, Kuhlman's is called for the trip. So as I am not as familiar with the Hockey Canada rulebook as the good fellas calling this game tonight, I'm going to say it was a good call. I'll wait till January to really start getting hard in the
Yeah, it's still too early for that.
Too early. Yeah, I can't get it. Yeah.
So we have 4-on-4 hockey for a couple seconds here as Ewing will shoot it into the Team Red zone. Japchin's out of the box. Kuhlman's is in for tripping. Team Red on a power play early in the second period. Lots of hollering back at the bench. Bjarnason heads off. Not sure if Red had too many players or what the commotion was over there. Campioni back to the point. Phillips give and go with Campioni. Back to Krieger. He's got a man open, Lund on the near side. He'll swing it back to the point for Phillips. The blue line, it's Campioni, number 7. Dominic Campioni, a wrist shot. Good block by Taylor Ewing, and a big reaction from the Team White bench. Out to center ice. Phillips falls over. Chance for Bookman. Drops it back. Cipolone shot. Great save by Dalton McBride. A shorthanded chance for Team White. Team Red the other way. Krieger to Hughes. Scores! Power play goal for Team Red. Their first goal since last Friday. It's TJ Hughes cleaning up a pass from Krieger. 1-1 is the score.
Real nice entry as Team Red enters his own. Phillips throws it over to a wide open Braden Krieger, who makes no mistake, gives it to Hughes right in front, puts it in the open net to make it 1-1. A great power play goal, and a couple guys that are going to spend a lot of time playing together this season, finding each other out there and getting a goal.
1-1 the score. Team Red needing that goal after being shut out on Sunday and in this first period. And it's TJ Hughes with the goal. Another chance for Red here. Couson, but Tragio lines him up and separates him from the puck. McAllister the other way. Big collision between O'Halloran and Seymour. And then the puck ends up in the other end, icing the call against Team Red.
In the previous goal, what a save by McBride to send that back the other way, as it's basically a 2-on-0 and doesn't bite in the drop pass. Makes a great save on Mayers, and it ends up coming back the other way for a power play goal. So as we see so much in hockey, a great opportunity at one end often ends up in your own net if you don't capitalize on it, and that's exactly the case as Red ties at 1-1.
TJ Hughes, 36 points last year. The year before that, in Hamilton of the GOJHL, he had 64 points in 47 games, and Hughes definitely lower in the depth chart last season, Ken, and he's one of those interesting players to watch. If he's elevated in the lineup, what he can do.
Well, you know, he's going to be familiar with what's going on. He's put the work in. He worked hard. He did the physical training here. He understands it's the jump between playing elsewhere and in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. So I expect him to be a significant contributor.
Off the draw, Chapchin carries to the net. Couple whacks from Team White. Then on the near side, it's Beljo with the hit on Langdon. Meanwhile, the official calls, was it icing, Ken? Looks
Yes.
like it.
Yeah, it's called icing here. So
3:29 into the second period, 1-1 game.
as we go back and forth, Red has had a little push in this second period to start, getting the power play and scoring, but pushing a little more and creating opportunities for themselves as they need to do, because they continue to sit back like they were. I think it would have been a pretty easy night for Team White.
Coolmans brings it up and will throw it wide left of the net. Behind the net, Chapchin will track it down. Turned over, Bookman has it. Bookman lets his shot go, tipped wide right. And the puck comes out to center ice. The Sherwood Park native, Matthew Langdon, with it. And it's shot into the Team White zone. Chisholm back to get it.
Beljo and Bookman going at each other pretty hard, so we'll see if anything comes of that.
Dario Beljo out of Sudbury. He was named to the Western All-Star team last year in the GOJHL, where he played for the Kings. Chisholm tips the puck into the Team Red zone. He's got his team's goal, scoring late in the first period. Tied up, though, and Team Red skates it the other way. Taylor Mccarr, number 10, drops it for Johnston. The shot on net and a stick save by McBride. Puck in the corner for Lavelle. Shane Lavelle, after a great career at Chaska High School in the great hockey state of Minnesota, where we've seen a lot of great Bandits come from that state. Derek Lodemeyer and Jake Tice comes to mind. Ray Christie. Turnover. Chris Pappas with one hand on the stick, lost the puck. Dangerous player around the net. Team Red out to center ice. Mccarr leaves on the near side. It's Lavelle to Mccarr. The pass misses. Johnston's taken out by Tragio, and he's a little slow to his feet. Back comes Team White the other way. Mares lost it. Campioni shoots it over to the far side as Johnston heads to the bench after getting bulldozed by Tragio there. The far side. Phillips knocks it up the boards. Hughes, 2-on-1 for Team Red. Hughes shoots. McBride the save. Excuse me, O'Brien the save for Team Red. Hughes up the near side for Krieger. Krieger swings it over to the far side, throwing it at the net. It's blocked by Coolmans. O'Brien pokes it over to the corner. And Coolmans takes it behind the net.
And that's always the first step for a player at coming into this level, to be able to execute with time and space and handle the physicality, because it's definitely a step up as far as the physicality on the ice.
Here's Kennett, a wrist shot that missed the net. Went off the glass. Armstrong back to the point for Coolmans, and a good stick by Hughes, who knocked it away from the Wisconsin commit. Brendan Kennett, as we mentioned earlier, committed to Sacred Heart. He was on Team Canada East last year at the World Junior A Challenge in Dawson Creek, won a silver medal. He's been paired with Coolmans, who of course was on Team Canada West, along with Ethan Lund. Two Bandits making the team. Here comes Team Red. 7 minutes gone in the second period. Lund lets a shot go, and getting a glove on it was O'Brien. Puck loose, out to center ice, where it's knocked into the red zone. Chapchin is tied up by a stick. Pappas gets the loose puck. Pappas knocks it into the corner. Team White looking to reclaim their lead. Bookman, he's checked in the near corner by Beljo. Beljo brings it up the right wing. Bookman heads to the bench. Beljo gets a shot off in tight that misses. Langdon, number 22 for Team White. Saucers it on net, steered away by McBride. Langdon falls in the far corner. Campioni has it and brings it out to center ice. Campioni to blue end, lined up by Traggio. Puck in the near corner for Cook. Moved out to center ice. Shots are 16-7 for Team White. Reds come out here, though, in the second period and tied it up. Bjarnason carries towards the net. His pass was picked off. Team White has it. Jack Seymour, he's got some room to skate. Bjarnason racing back. Seymour, he's checked off the puck by Bjarnason. Got some help on the back check from Mccarr. Back the other way comes Shane Lavelle. Lets a shot go that Traggio blocks. And then it goes out of play. We get a whistle with 11:25 to go in the second period of a physical 1-1 hockey game.
Traggio certainly showing the physical side of his hockey game. He is a willing combatant out there, and a great active stick there as he just reached in on the shot block when it was a 2-on-1 situation for Team Red. But Traggio blocks a shot, sends it out of play, and gets a valuable whistle.
White controls off the draw. Kennett ahead to Seymour. Lifted into the Team Red zone. Jack Seymour is there. Last 2 seasons at Tilton Prep School. Led the team in scoring both years. As he shoots it into the Team Red zone. McBride's out to play it. Lavelle. Good centering pass to Fink. Fink brings it in. Drops it back for the defenseman O'Halloran. O'Halloran in front to Fink. He scores! 2-1 for Team Red as O'Halloran finds the 2004-born forward Aiden Fink in front of the net, who knocks it in, and Red has their first lead of the night.
And Fink, the Wisconsin commit, shows exactly why. What a great nose for the net there. Is the play looks like it's broken, and he just goes wide open into the seam, gets right on the post, and has a tap in on a great pass. But Fink showing a lot of maturity on that play, getting to that net behind Corson Kuhlmans and tapping that one in.
First lead of the night for Team Red, and Aiden Fink has a goal. A great setup from Ethan O'Halloran. Last year with the Calgary Flames AAA team. Chance for Team White. Offside they are as Wallace carries towards the net. Ethan O'Halloran actually was on Team White for the first 3 games of this training camp. Moved over to Team Red and just makes probably his best play so far of the camp.
Yeah, certainly taking that opportunity. Some different line mates, different teammates, and a great pass by O'Halloran to Fink to make this a 2-1 hockey game for Red.
Team White looking to counter-punch here. Kuhlmans with the drive and a blocker save by McBride. Team Red the other way. Hughes brings it in. Low shot and a stick save by O'Brien. Turnover, Hughes. Nowhere to go. But he got it back. Stripping the puck from Cipolone. In front for Johnston. His shot is blocked by Kuhlmans. O'Brien trying to get set in his crease. Comes over to the near side, and Pappas wisely just plays it out. Team Red has it. Back the other way, Devin Phillips, number 21, carries into the slot. Will throw it in the corner, but it's intercepted by Team White. Taylor Ewing has it. Sets up Chris Pappas. Midway through the second period, Team White now trailing after scoring the game's first goal. O'Halloran, he'll move it out to center ice, knocking it ahead for Cousin. Thomas Cousin leaves it on the far side for Beljo. Tied up by Taylor Ewing before it's knocked behind the net, and Bookman has it. He'll leave it in the near corner for Heath Armstrong. Ewing Poked away by Japchin near the white bench with under 9 minutes to go in the second period. The near side, Armstrong battling for it with Blouin. Team Red has possession at center ice. Thomas Cousson, last year in the CEGEP League in Quebec, where he had 45 points in 35 games at Andre Lorendo. And we talked about it in the pregame show there, Ken, about the success recently of Quebec players with the Bandits. William LeMay coming 2 years ago and winning an AJHL scoring title. Meanwhile, Pappas moves to the forehand and he scores! 2-2 hockey game. What a move by Chris Pappas. And he ties it up.
Going to give Chris Pappas that kind of time and space. It's going to end up in the back of your net, and he does a great job. He sells the 2-on-1, sells the pass, then makes a very nice backhand to forehand move, tucks it in the open net. No chance for the goaltender McBride. He's got to play the pass, and then he's got to play the shot, and he ends up getting deep. So a great play by veteran Chris Pappas, using his speed and puck skills to make this a 2-2 hockey game.
Scored at the 11:51 mark. Another chance for Team White. Langdon's going to make a break to the net. The shot and a save by McBride. Loose puck. Fink has it. Spins it up and misses Krieger on the stretch pass. Team White has it. 2-2 hockey game. Chris Pappas getting on the score sheet with a highlight reel goal.
And I think Braden Krieger's thinking, I wouldn't mind one of those highlight reel goals too. So he's out there trying to get himself one.
Had a few of them last year, including 3 overtime winners, 2 against Drumheller in this building, including the home opener. And then up in Drayton Valley last November, Krieger scored the OT winner in that wild comeback by the Bandits. Krieger trying to step into Seymour, who got around him. Campioni got maybe a stick in the face, and he looks to be in some discomfort as Karen Fanstone, the athletic therapist, will check on him.
Yeah, I just hope that didn't get further up, you know, and that's the thing. It's with the stick coming up, you know, if it gets under the visor and gets into a vulnerable area, then it can create a lot of problems. But hopefully that's not the case, and we'll see as the stick simply came up hard in Campioni, and if it's nose and below, it isn't pretty, but easily repairable, and you can get right back out there, but hopefully not something near anywhere near an eye. But as soon as we hear, we'll update you and make sure everything's okay. Here with 7:06 left in this second period, as it's 2-2. Team Red versus Team White in Bandit Camp. A couple heated exchange between a few of the players, so we'll see if that, you know, as camps sometimes can get, we'll see if that becomes anything more than that or it just stays where it is.
2-2 the score, with Campioni being checked on. A chance for Team White. McBride out of his net, and McAllister makes him pay, and White has reclaimed the lead. 3-2, it's Ryan McAllister finding the open net.
And that one just kind of pinballs around as McBride loses control of the puck behind the net. The first attempt is missed, but McAllister picks it up, and McAllister, he real nice pivots around, slides it into the corner. McAllister is not going to miss on opportunities like that, as he was traded into the Bandits last season from the Prince George Spruce Kings, and I thought had an outstanding half year as a Bandit here.
McAllister played 19 games for the Bandits since coming over in that trade that Ken mentioned. Committed to Western Michigan, and has Team White up by a goal. And they're looking for more here as Bookman has it. Drops it off to Cipollone. He'll let a shot go. That goes off the stick of TJ Hughes. Face off inside the Team Red zone with 6.5 minutes to go in the second. Ken, I was thinking this morning, tonight was supposed to be the home opener for the 2020 season, and how different things have been here in 2020, and hopefully some good news coming down the pipe. We saw earlier today Hockey Alberta announcing a few things have been lifted for minor hockey and travel. Let's hope that's a step forward in the right direction.
I certainly hope so, because you know, we're at a point where hopefully things can return to normal as soon as possible. I mean, it's a tough decision. There's a lot of concerns and a lot of mitigating factors. So the powers that be will make those decisions, and as we hear them, we will report them to you.
The BCHL announcing they'll start their exhibition schedule next weekend on September 25th, which will run right into the end of November. Johnston with a hit on Kuhlman's on the near side. Team Red has the puck. Blue N is tripped up, and that will be a call. The ref will make. Bookman for tripping will send Team Red to the power play, looking to tie this one up.
And certainly there's going to be a lot of, you know, I think it's a very different situation. It's not just Hockey Alberta or Hockey Canada, but it's, you know, we've got provincial governments and Alberta Health Services and a whole bunch of partners collectively trying to make the best decision here. So those often take time, and we can have some frustration when those are happening, but I was happy to see at least we could get to this point in September, and hopefully it's just a continuation of good things to come.
Bookman in the box for tripping. Team Red on the power play. They've got one power play goal, but it's Team White carrying the other way. Ewing, number 12 for White, going against number 12 for Red, TJ Hughes. Hughes will bring it out to center ice. He's checked by Tragio. On the near side, it's stuck underneath Hughes. Ewing trying to get it out to center ice. Now at the near point for Ethan Lund. Drops it into the corner for Hughes. TJ Hughes can't clear Team White. It comes to Japchin. Japchin lets his shot go. Tipped off TJ Hughes wide right of the net as O'Brien's trying to track it. Japchin, the near side for Lund. Swings it back to Japchin. The far side for Devin Phillips. Calling for it is Krieger behind the net. Back to Phillips, and a good block by Cook. You saw that draw play behind the net with leaving Krieger open in the circle, but the defenseman Cook was able to partially block it.
Yeah, it's a nice block on that misdirection play. We saw that a lot last year with Braden Krieger involved, and a real good chance for Phillips, but Cook gets back and makes a great block.
Mccarr brings it in for Team Red with 30 seconds to go on their power play, down by a goal in the second period. O'Halloran, the near side for Cousin. Back to O'Halloran. He's got Fink on the near side. Fink lets a shot go. The save by O'Brien. Rebound comes to Blue N. I think he rang a bit of the post there as it comes out to center.
Yeah, just missed on the short side and ends up wrapping around and coming back out.
Bookman is out of the box. Team White kills it off. 3:45 to go in the second period. 3-2 for Team White in this fourth scrimmage. Bjarnason trying to find Mccarr. Bookman there to intercept, but a chance for Red. Blue N feeds it ahead for Cousin. He got a shot off, and a good save by O'Brien. With 3.5 minutes to go in the second period, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey.
A really nice transition there as Cousin gains good entry into the zone, but a real nice save by O'Brien as he comes out, gets big, takes the angle away as the defender's coming over. So a good period here. 4 goals in the period as White was leading 1-0. Now 3-2 for Team White.
Second period seen the bulk of the offense in this game after a pretty tight goaltending matchup there in the first period. Chisholm's goal was the only one of that first frame, as an icing call is made against Team White here with 3:12 to go. And of course, earlier today, Ken, the Bandits Online 50-50 winner was announced. Local fan Fred Zimmer, who comes to all the games, a great supporter of the team. He ended up winning close to $6,000 on our online 50-50 ticket sales. And we thank everyone who purchased a ticket and help support the Bandits during this crazy 2020.
And purchase more, because I'm sure they'll be coming online to be sold here, and you don't buy, you don't win. So Fred Zimmer, who's sold $1,100 tickets himself for the Bandits, nice to see him rewarded with that 50-50 win.
Thanks to Devin Phillips for drawing the name earlier today. Making his training camp debut tonight. Japchin lets a shot go over the head of O'Brien. The puck hopped over the stick of Lavelle. Someone lost a helmet back there in the Team Red zone. Might have been Seymour. Cipolone lets a shot go that misses. Chance now for Team White again. It's Wallace trying to fight off two Team Red players. Got a shot off that missed the net. Yarnison knocks it ahead for Beljo. Puck is knocked out to center ice, and Kennett will come back and get it. Team Red hurries a change with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Chisholm leaves it for Wallace. His shot is blocked by Bjarnason. Chisholm back to the point for Traggio. His shot is blocked by Hughes. Team Red skates with it. That's Phillips. Leaves it at the point for Krieger. Krieger's pass to Hughes, intercepted and out to center ice, where Red will try that once more. Ethan O'Halloran has an assist in this period on the Fink goal. His pass is blocked by Chisholm. Skates in, takes a low wrist shot. That's gloved and held by Dalton McBride with just under 90 seconds to go in this middle period. Team White back in front 3-2.
Yeah, and good tempo for an intra-squad game as these teams spending the week able to prepare. Not as much practice. The guys got to be getting pretty tired. It's been a lot of skating and workouts, 2-a-days, so it'll be interesting to see how they are tomorrow, as they'll probably have a light morning skate and then back at her for game 5.
5 o'clock. Ken and I will have the call. Comes back to the point for Bookman. A low shot. Heavy traffic in front of McBride. Armstrong got a second chance, and McBride makes the save. Team Red will skate it out. That's Ethan Lund with the puck. Last year's unsung hero at the year-end awards. It comes in front for Bluen. Great save by O'Brien. Julien Bluen, who's been one of the most dangerous scorers in this training camp. And O'Brien got over in time to deny him the goal. Bluen. Center ice for Mccarr. Drops it for Bluen. Sticked away by Kuhlman's. Puck is behind the net. Paris O'Brien wisely covers it up. And we'll have a face-off inside the Team White zone as Red coming close to tying this one.
Red coming very close. Is a real good push by them. It's been a good period. They were outshot 13-3 in the first and are now out shooting. I'm gonna have to do the math here. It's early season math. 9-8. Team Red is out shooting Team White in this period for a total of 21-12 overall for Team White.
I just did a math check, and good job.
That hurt. I have a headache now from trying to cipher that this early in the.
It's training camp for us too.
Yeah, I'm trying to work through it the best I can, folks. But it's great to be back in the CRA. Great watching these Bandit players and potential Bandits and future Bandits all competing very well out here. It's been a very impressive hockey game here tonight.
The shot from Bjarnason misses. Beljo on the far side missed the net. Team White has the puck. Final 20 seconds of the period. And it looks like Team Reds touches it offside as Fink collected the puck. And we get a whistle. Of course, we've got Taylor Macon coaching Team Red, Evan McPheeters coaching Team White, as we welcome them to Brooks as the two new assistant coaches of this team.
Yeah, a big change, of course. Scott Cunningham moving on to other things and did a great job here as Bandit assistant GM and assistant coach. It's new, some new blood. It's going to be interesting because, both guys come from different places and will bring some different things, and they'll have a lot to learn as well. 5
seconds to go in the period. Krieger in the corner. Knocks it back to the point. Last chance for Lund. Got a shot off as the buzzer sounds. It's blockered away by the goaltender O'Brien, and the period comes to an end. And we saw a couple lead changes in that period after White began with a 1-0 lead. Red went up 2-1 on the Aiden Fink goal. And then White comes storming back with those 2 quick goals to take a 3-2 lead as we head to the second intermission.
Yeah, sets up for a great third period, and I was just going to finish my thought on the new assistants. What a great opportunity for them. I mean, it's no secret that Ryan Papuano, if not the best coach in the last decade at this level, in the conversation is one of them, and to be here working for him and to learn from someone that's had that much success and just the work ethic that Ryan has, it's going to be hard to keep up with him. He is very serious about what he does. He does it very well, but he works very hard as anyone I know at it.
So welcome Taylor Macon and Evan McFeeters. Both of them head to the dressing room. And just looking up at the rafters here, Ken, your statement about the best coach in Canada of the last 10 years, I think that end of the ice would probably back up your statement.
I'll say, in my opinion, yes, but I'll go as neutral as I can. I'll say he'd be in the conversation. How's that?
No, you can be biased.
I think he has.
You listen to the Tampa Bay broadcast?
Yeah, everyone else. I think over the last 10 years, Ryan Papuano and Brooks, Fred Harbinson and Penticton have been the two best at this level. They've been the most consistent. They've been there the longest and competed year by year. And you look at how good those teams were over, his tenure, and 2 national championships, 5 league championships. It's 5 league championships is 8 years at this level is a pretty incredible thing to do. So I think it's a great opportunity for the young assistants to learn from someone that is very polished, very finished, and extremely professional in how he goes about his work. And I think it's good too. I mean, I really thought Scott Cunningham did a great job here, but things change, and sometimes in change you get some new ideas and you get some new energy. So it's you go with who's here and who you got, and I think it'll be an exciting time this season for the Bandits.
Exciting game as well, Ken. It's 3-2 for Team White here in the second intermission. Both teams with 2 goals in that second period. The difference right now was that first period goal by Sean Chisholm. Exciting third period coming up in about 13 minutes time from now. We'll take a quick break and be back with the third period. Welcome back to the Centennial Regional Arena in Brooks, Alberta for Game 4 of our 2020 Brooks Bandits training camp, set to go for the third period. It's Team White with a 3-2 lead over Team Red. Nathan Crosby with Ken Fleury. Entertaining hockey game so far, Ken. It's been physical out there. You've seen, once again, some hits from Nick Troggio. You've seen some penalties, some high sticks. Lots on the line with Team White trying to tie up this training camp and have a very meaningful Game 5 tomorrow.
And they're trying to push hard here. I thought they had a really good first period, sat back a little in the second, and also Red was better in the second, but they found a way to keep pace, getting 2 goals each and have a 1-goal lead going into this third frame here. So I expect the competition to continue to push as guys vying for spots, veteran guys wanting to move up in the lineup. So you don't get many looks before you start playing other teams, so I think everybody's going to compete real hard here in the third, and Team White would dearly like to set it up as the best of 5 and the deciding game tomorrow night.
Team White had a 1-0 lead at the start of the second off a Sean Chisholm goal. Team Red went up 2-1 on goals from TJ Hughes and Aiden Fink. And then Team White came storming back with a couple returning Bandits in Chris Pappas and Ryan McAllister, giving them the 3-2 lead. And that's where we stand to begin this third period here at the CRA. Glad you're with us on this free live stream. And good to be back in the CRA watching some Bandits hockey. TJ Hughes for Team Red in the corner. We'll leave it for Braden Krieger. Krieger sets up Hughes. He knocks it wide right of the net, and Bookman's back to play it in the corner for Austin Cook. Off the stanchion, it comes out to center ice. Ethan O'Halloran, who had the assist on the Aiden Fink goal in the second period, shoots it into the Team White zone. Paris O'Brien in the net for Team White, and then in the other end you have Dalton McBride for Team Red. Puck at center ice for Austin Cook. Turns it over for Devin Phillips. Lifts it back into the Team White zone. Corson Coolmans back to play it. Calling for it on the near side is Wallace. Got a stick on it. And Bjarnason will leave it in the corner. Chris Pappas intercepts. Pappas in front for Wallace. Just missed. It's going to come all the way back down the ice. Chris Pappas already with a goal in this game, and he's been dangerous.
Anytime Chris Pappas is around the puck, he's going to be a guy that pushes for the scoring lead. When the league gets going, he's a dynamic offensive player.
Japchin just missed Wallace with that check. Back on his feet, Bjarnason has it, swings it to Fink. Fink to the defenseman Japchin. And the Pennsylvania native out to center ice where it's one-handed by Mccarr over to the far side. Pappas has it. He'll play it back to Coolmans. Coolmans out to center ice for Brendan Mayers. His shot on net, sticked away by Dalton McBride, and we get a whistle with 1:47 gone in the third period. Mayers last year with the Strathroy Rockets, 56 points in 50 games for the 2002 born forward. A lot of 2002 and 01 born players at this camp. Ken, just 2 2000 born players in Chris Pappas and Paris O'Brien.
Yeah, I know it'll be interesting to see, the makeup of the team. Of course, the Bandits can carry 6 2000 born players, so it will be interesting to see going forward how that roster shaped.
Certainly sets them up nicely for the next couple of seasons, though. That's thinking ahead. Chance here for McAllister, a stick save from McBride.
Yeah, really good group of 01s returning that are all going to be very competitive players this season. Most of them having 1, and Mccarr and Lund having 2 seasons, so they're set with a great returning group.
And looking forward to seeing when Ryan Papuano chooses the leadership group for this team. But some of those players you just mentioned, Ken, definitely you expect to hear them in the conversation. As the puck rolls to the stick of Ethan Lund, he'll leave it for O'Halloran. Lund last year had an A on his jersey.
Yeah, there's a number of players that you can look at for those leadership roles, and it'll be a tough decision for the coaches to determine that.
O'Brien, make that McBride, covers up for the whistle with just over 3 minutes gone in the third. Of course, whoever the captain is for this year's team will have big shoes, or big skates to fill rather, with Jacob Lee departing for Merrimack, and one of the great captains the Bandits have seen.
Yeah, one of the, Jake Lee was colorful to say the least, but his intensity and he certainly, his game suited that, as he was, not only a great talent with the stick, but with the mouth as well. As no one could, as far as the guy that chirps, Jake Lee was someone that could do that and back it up very well.
Phillips' shot is stopped by O'Brien. When Jacob Lee spoke, everyone on the ice, he had their attention.
Everyone in the rink heard him most nights. So no, it's Jake Lee had a great career as a Bandit, and he will be missed here. But happy to see him moving on and getting an opportunity at Merrimack, which is a great Division I school.
We get a whistle down in the team white end, and a penalty coming up here. High sticking as a red player fell over. This is going to be against team white. I think it's Cipollone heading off for the high stick.
Yeah, just a coincidental high stick gets up on Hughes. So Team Red, who is trailing in this hockey game, has a great opportunity here with 16:33 left in this third period to tie this thing up.
Don't see Dominic Campioni yet, and hopefully he's doing okay.
Yeah, Karen Vanstone is back on the bench, so I assume that he is okay and gotten the treatment he needs, just may not be back for the rest of this game.
Lund has it, calling for it. Joe puts it in front for Hughes. Comes back to Devin Phillips. Krieger calling for it. Trying to set up Phillips again on that draw play behind the net. It's knocked down the ice where Lund has to go back and get it. Ethan Lund behind his own net. Mix up and a turnover to Pappas, and it's McBride who bails out Team Red. Nearly a costly turnover in front of their own net to Chris Pappas.
Yeah,
Lund at the near point.
Lund lackadaisically comes out in front, and Chris Pappas almost makes him pay. Good stop by McBride.
Lund lets a shot go off the glass. Loose for Hughes. The shot and save by O'Brien. Did that sting O'Brien? He's a little slow to his feet as it's shot down the ice.
He's trying to get up, but he's not having much luck.
At the other end of the ice, O'Brien is crouched over, and Karen Vanstone, who's been busy, will head over. After he made that save, he never got up from that crouched position.
Yeah, he's in significant discomfort, and I think it looks like that if he can't continue on, that Ethan Barwick will have to come in the backup goaltender tonight for the white team. So he's hearing it from Team Red already that they're going to light him up, but we'll see if he gets in there, or if O'Brien can stay in. He seems to be in a lot of difficulty. So.
And I wonder if Ethan Barwick's going to come into the game here.
By the way that O'Brien is, he can barely, he got up, but he is in significant trauma. So Ethan Barwick will come in.
And not a sight you want to see for anybody, as Paris O'Brien, the goaltender for Team White, is helped off the ice. And we send him our best, hopefully something that's not too serious.
Yeah, it's favoring his left leg, so I don't know if it's a knee or hip or what the case is, but he seemed to go down with on the shot, and somehow something happened that he strained something. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery and is able to be back in tomorrow.
Team Red still on the power play for 40 seconds on that high sticking call against Cipollone. New goaltender for Team White is Ethan Barwick. Fresh off a 4-0 shutout win on Sunday, where he made 32 saves. Taylor Mccarr brings it up the left wing, behind the net, powering his way through before Team White gets the puck and shoots it down the ice. 20 seconds left on the Cipollone minor. And back to get it, Greg Japchin. So hopefully everything going well for Paris O'Brien. As we mentioned, came over from China. He's actually a Coquitlam, BC native, as Mccarr shoots wide left. Spent the last couple seasons over in Beijing. Cipollone, he's checked by Mccarr. Lots of chit-chat, too, between the benches right now, Ken. We saw it during that last time out there.
Yeah, there's hey, it's kind of like sharing a room with your brother. At some point, you just want to punch him in the nose, and maybe that's showing itself here. These guys have been playing each other and together for quite a while, so we'll see if there's any frustration because of that.
Penalty coming up to Team Red as I think it was Pappas who was tripped up behind the net. A delayed call as Barwick goes over to the bench for the extra attacker. And it comes to Blue N, who touches. And lots of stick infractions tonight. Here's another tripping against Team Red. And it's going to be Ethan Lund who heads off with 13:46 to go in the third.
Yeah, great opportunity for Team White going on the power play here to expand this lead to 4-2.
Wallace will take the draw for Team White. O'Halloran tied up. The shot got through from Mares, but a good save from McBride. White looking for their largest lead of the night. Kennett, wrist shot, save by McBride. Red trying to chop it out. Good effort from Phillips, but it doesn't go. Coolmans leaves it at the left point for Wallace. Behind the net for Bjarnason. Kennett holds it in. O'Halloran got a stick on it, knocked it down the ice. Kennett's racing back to get it. Brendan Kennett. Number 4 for Team White, where he'll leave for his D partner, Corson Coolmans. Coolmans back to Mares, who was calling for it. Dekes around 2 Team Red players before falling over. Did get it in, though. Hughes on the near side. And it's shot down the ice. Barwick is out to play it. The near side for Brendan Mares. Has it at center ice, number 14 for Team White. A good stick by Taylor Mccarr. He's got that long reach, and it helped him there. Pappas will give it a go. And he'll dump and chase. Beljo in the corner. Almost overplayed it. Pappas has it. Calling for it. Bookman coming off the bench. His shot wide left. Pappas has it on the far side. 26 seconds left on the Team White power play. Pappas, his shot goes off the glass. Cook keeps it in. Chisholm in the near corner. With a goal in this game, Sean Chisholm from Caledonia, Ontario. Behind the net for Team White, Chris Pappas. 5 seconds left in the power play. Cook over to Pappas. Pappas holds on, shoots, it's blocked. Rebound, great save by Dalton McBride. Penalty is over to Ethan Lund. Another chance for Team White as Chisholm misses the net. Loose in the paint, McBride will cover for a whistle. With 11:33 left in the third period, and still a 3-2 Team White lead.
Yeah, McBride sticking in there, doing a good job as Pappas has a couple good chances on the power play and just can't finish. A nice save on one and another where he just misses the net. So opportunity for Team White to expand their lead by 2. Unable to do that with 11:33 left. We have a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Team White.
Team Red wins the draw. Lund just misses Lavelle. Good defensive play by Bookman to get back. Lund coming in from the point. And the puck lands on net where Ethan Barwick, who wasn't expecting to play tonight, drawn into the lineup with the injury to Paris O'Brien. And Barwick, who likely will go tomorrow night against Jared Whale.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the plan, giving each of these goaltenders a night. And we'll see if O'Brien can come back, but a couple injuries tonight, so it'll be a little shorter benches for both these clubs tomorrow, and what could be the penalty or the decider of a 5-game series.
Here's
the right term?
Yep, decider. because I guess this would be the penultimate game.
This would be the penultimate game, and yeah, I don't know. Decider sounds good.
Chance for Team Red. Lavelle making a break for it. Stick handling, the backhander, and I think Barwick got a stick on it. White will move it out to center ice. Great chance there for Shane Lavelle. 132 points in 94 games in 4 years at Chaska, as Bjarnason steps into one here, and it hits Barwick right in the chest for the save with 10.5 minutes to go in the third period. We had another sellout tonight, Ken. 100 people here at the CRA, which is the maximum amount of spectators we are allowed. And once again, the support in this town like none other in Canada.
You know, honestly, if there would be 500 people here tonight if there wasn't an exclusion of fans. So the 100 that showed up, thank you so much. And don't forget too to buy those 50-50 tickets. You know, times like this, any funds can help out, and what an opportunity to win some money. If you don't buy a ticket, you don't have a chance to win, and maybe you'll put $20 down and end up with, like Fred Zimmer did, $5,800. So that seems like a pretty good investment to me. So where do you buy those tickets, Nathan?
BrooksBandits.ca.
BrooksBandits.ca.
As Jack Seymour caught a stretch pass offside there, so the faceoff comes all the way back. Devin Phillips takes the puck away from Coolmans. And I think Devin Phillips is really going to be a fun player to watch this year, as Red is offside with just over 10 minutes to go in the third. And he's not a player who's not afraid to mix it up.
He's not. And, you know, there's a nice combination of returning forwards. I think you got a lot of power play guys. You got guys that are going to chip in with some points and be good on the other side of the puck and play penalty kills. So a real nice compliment. They're all very different players coming back. Krieger and Pappas, a little more of the pure talent guys, and Taylor Mccarr, a guy that can score and play it physically. He's going to be a big force, I think, especially on the power play. And guys like Hughes and Phillips, who are going to contribute as well, get more opportunity on things like the PK, but still put up good offensive numbers.
And then you look at the back end too, Ken, and all the great young players that we're seeing there, and some returning players like Ethan Lund, Corson Coolmans, and Greg Japchin, Tyler Bates as well, who's not playing tonight. But then some new guys coming in like Brendan Kennett, some bigger defensemen, and Nick Troggio, who's definitely not afraid to throw a hit. Yeah,
and you need that balance. You need guys that can quarterback your power play, run the offensive side, but you need that that horse out there that can defend, especially when the game gets tight, and especially when it gets physical. You need a guy that's going to stand in there for his teammates. So yeah, it's always the thing that Ryan Papuano's been able to do. He's been able to find that good balance, and he's got a great selection of players to make that balance here tonight.
And a lot of good puck-moving defensemen as well. Cook and Campioni. Bookman as well. As Chisholm has it, he'll throw it on net. An awkward save for McBride, who used his glove to smother the puck against his shoulder with under 10 minutes to go here in the third period, and still a game that's very much up for grabs.
Yeah, very much. And, I see around the AJHL, you kind of follow the team's social media, and there's been some signings and some inter-squad games. Inter-squad, I'm going to get barbecued for intra-squad games. Apparently you can't have an inter-squad, it's an intra-squad. But back in my day, we called it inter-squad.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that changed. I don't know when it changed.
Yeah, I don't know. A few years ago. But the other team's getting going, and there's been some really good, battles in their camp. So teams going through the first phase, hoping to get, in the battle with each other, and hopefully we can have some games here sooner than later.
Austin Cook's called for interference, so Team Red will head on the power play. And it's okay, Ken. It's training camp. We're getting back in the groove of things. I can't imagine the amount of screw-ups I've had over the last few seasons broadcasting, so it's all good. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, it's I've been around too long, so I get to call it what I want. Is that the deal? Okay.
Red is on the power play, looking to tie this up with Cook in the box. Meanwhile, Japchin and Cipolone battling in the corner. Cipolone's bumped. Japchin will take it out to center ice. Japchin Brings it all the way down. Stops in the corner. Back to the point. Fink, who has a goal tonight, leaves it for Japchin. Blue end. Over to Mccarr. Resets. Still has it. Cipollone, though, takes him away from the puck. Team White the other way. That's Kuhlman's. Kuhlman still with it. Nice move. Kuhlman's shot. Saved by McBride with the left pad. How did Kuhlman's make something out of nothing there? He was swarmed by red jerseys.
And it's an important power play for Red. They're trailing this game by 1. If they don't get one here, there'll be under 7 minutes left, and they'll be in a battle to see if they can win this 5-game series.
Here's Braden Krieger. 35 goals last year and 58 assists for the Bowling Green commit. And the 4th Bandit to win the AJHL Rookie of the Year award. Joining some pretty good company. Back to get it is Ethan Lund.
That'd be good. Who were those Bandit?
Well, one should be pretty obvious.
Yeah. Krieger. Anthony Petrozelli was one of them. He was the AJHL Rookie of the Year.
Kale, big hit here from Beljo on Seymour.
Yes.
Pappas the other way, one-on-one with Lund. And Lund got back in time. Penalty about to be over to Austin Cook with under 7 minutes to go in the third, and not much doing for Team Red on that last power play. No goals yet in this third period. Turnover, Pappas has it, drops it for Seymour. Good save by McBride. Red almost caught again on a turnover. Hand pass called here with 6:34 left in the third period. 3-2 for Team White.
Yes, Chris Pappas has had a number of good chances tonight. Buried one of them, but he's been all around the net getting wide open. So as you know, he gets the rest off and a little more confident in what he does, which he's already quite confident in, but once he gets to where he wants to be, he's creating a lot of scoring opportunity.
Here comes Team Red. Shane Lavelle breaking up the near wing, lets a shot go off the glass. I'm not sure if Barwick got a piece of it as it tried to pick that top right corner. Kennett behind the net, being harassed here by James Johnston. Oh, and Kennett falls over.
It looks like he took a stick up too.
No shortage of high sticks in this game. Not sure if Johnston got a piece of him with his stick or not. Play continues with under 6 minutes to go. And it's shot down the ice. Kuhlman's at center ice. Brings it back for Team White. He'll drive to the net, puts it in front for Langdon, who scores! The insurance goal for Team White. They take a 4-2 lead with 5:35 to go in the third period. And it's Matthew Langdon who finishes off the setup by Corson Kuhlman's.
Yeah, the young forward gets a nice pass from Kuhlman's as he gains his zone and just slides it over to a wide open Langdon. But a good finish as you know, he had to hold up and make sure that he got the puck up over the pad of McBride. So Team White, a very important goal here to lead 4-2 with 5:34 left in this third period.
Looking to tie up this series as Mccarr takes a Team White player into the near corner who was looking for a call. It was Bookman. The shot stopped by McBride on Chisholm. Ewing lets one go that McBride got a piece of. Shots are 33-20 for Team Red. Excuse me, Team White, who lead 4-2. Bjarnason shoots it off the boards on net for Ethan Barwick, who will leave it for Austin Cook. Under 5 to go in this third period, with White just extending their lead. Rolls off Bjarnason. Lund back to protect it from Chris Pappas, who has a goal tonight and plenty of chances. Hughes brings it up the near side, lets it go and misses the net. Armstrong turns it over to Phillips, who leaves for Japchin. Japchin trying to feed it through to Hughes. Comes over to the far corner. Mares and Phillips go into the boards together. And Team White will skate it out to center ice. Pappas lost it. Hughes will shoot it into the Team White bench. And we will get a whistle with 4:19 to go in this third period.
Of course, tomorrow we'll be back on YouTube at 5 p.m. Oh, the 50-50, it's a blue ticket. Unfortunately, I didn't win. Sadly. Sadly, I am the thousands of 50-50s I've been involved in this arena. I've never won one of them, I don't think. I did win an exhibition game once with the Bandits a number of years.
Ever win on the road?
Yes, I won the Calgary Canuck one. My $10 got me 80.
There you go.
Yeah, so, but it was a win.
That's coffee and dinner, maybe?
Yeah, not in Calgary.
No, yeah. And Brooks for sure.
Yeah.
Penalty behind the play. With 4:05 to go, a cross check is called, I believe, against Team White.
Yeah, it's maybe one of those. They were chirping about the high stick a few minutes ago, and then all of a sudden he's in the penalty box. So
back to our conversation about Bandits who won the League Rookie of the Year award. Braden Krieger, Cale Mccarr, Anthony Petruzzelli. We missed one, and it was pretty recent. It was probably 4 years ago.
Okay.
He went to UMass, like Cale Mccarr.
Oh, Oliver Chow.
Oliver Chow.
Yeah. I haven't, I gotta say, I'm not quite in the meat of the season, so the statistics aren't coming back to me. I'm more concerned about making putts in the golf course right now, but
I gave up on that
all bone up here.
And Twitter helped me out. Penalty is coming up. No, excuse me. Red's pulling the goalies for the extra attacker as McBride goes to the bench. 6-on-4 attack here for Beljo and Team Red as his shot is blocked. It comes back to him. 3:23 left to go as Beljo takes a shot that's tipped wide right. Mccarr set up in front of the net. Over to Hughes. His one-timer wide left. Trying to score between the legs. Mccarr comes into the corner for Krieger. Krieger, couple whacks from the stick.
Well, Mccarr and Bookman getting into her, and Bookman's going to get the penalty for throwing the stick.
Delayed call coming up against Team White. Phillips, pass to Krieger, misses. Bookman shoots it down the ice. Interference against Team White. Don't go anywhere. This one not over as Team Red has a huge opportunity here with likely a 6-on-3 attack if they elect to keep the net empty with under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and Taylor Mccarr, him and Kuhlman's battling, and then Bookman, and you know, that's the one thing for Taylor Mccarr, this inter-squad action doesn't quite suit him. He really likes to get involved, engage physically, and you know, in this format, he can't quite play his game because he's very hard physically on the other team, and that's, you know, especially on the forecheck, you're going to see him go in hard and create space for his teammates and create offensive opportunities. So he was doing a bit of that there on the power play and has now created what will be a 6-on-3 for Red to see if they can get this thing tied up.
The rare 6-on-3 attack.
Yes.
As Taylor Macon, the assistant coach, who's coaching Team Red, will draw something up here as the timeout is called. And while we have a moment, we talked about new faces in Taylor Macon and Evan McFeeters. We also want to welcome Brian Wilson to the team, our new digital media coordinator. He's in charge of these video broadcasts you're watching, like this one right now. Welcome, Brian, to Brooks.
Yes, you know, it's quite an effort with the electronics here in the CRA to bring these broadcasts. Of course, if you've never been here, we do have one of the few active jumbotrons that shows the game and replays during the actual play, and Brian, a lot of new equipment for him to learn, but he's done a great job getting things going so far.
Here's the shot from Lund right over the head of Barwick as Team Red wastes no time with their first chance. Lund to Japchin, one-timer. Barwick got a piece of it as the 6-on-3 power play continues here for Team Red with their net empty. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third. Down by 2. Krieger over to Japchin. Good save by Barwick on the one-timer. Team White leading 4-2. Hughes keeps it in, drops it for Phillips. He's got Mccarr set in front. Good stick by Chisholm as he got just enough on it, and it rolls past Hughes out to center ice. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Kennett. Then it will be a 6-on-4 attack. Krieger in the left circle, calling for it. Japchin missed Krieger on the pass. Kuhlman's racing over to it, can't knock it out. Phillips in the corner, lost it. Japchin, it went off him out to center ice. Chisholm falling over, knocks it down the ice. And back to get it will be Ethan Lund.
Yeah, some nice compete out there as Taylor Mccarr goes at all 3D pretty hard, and Tragio, Kuhlmans, and Bookman all get a taste of what he can do physically.
40 seconds left in the penalty to Bookman. Team Red net is empty, but they need 2 goals to tie. Hughes behind the net. Back to O'Halloran. Near side for Fink. Krieger to Phillips. Stopped by Barwick with the stick. O'Halloran can't keep it in. And Team Red has to back up. They're running out of time. Aiden Fink with a goal tonight. Leaves it for TJ Hughes. Hughes, stick handling, shot, and a save by Ethan Barwick for a whistle with 1:07 left in the third period and 11 seconds left on the power play.
And you know, Ethan Barwick coming in, he was the affiliate goaltender during the 2019 National Championship. The backup goaltender last season, looking to get that starting job. He's got some good competition here, but he looks ready. He's played real well when he's been in the net.
Star of the game on Sunday with that shutout performance. Hand pass called here with 1:02 left in the third, but that's going to take the Team Red power play down to 6 seconds and the faceoff coming outside the zone.
And it's looking like the potential is setting up for a best of 5. Going all the way with a 5-game tiebreaker here is Team White in control 4-2 and only a minute left in this hockey game.
McBride went back on the ice. He's set up on top of the crease, waiting for his team to win this faceoff. He races over to the bench. Extra attacker is Cousin for Team Red. Penalty is over to Bookman. Team White kills it off. It's a 6-on-5 attack now for Team Red with 45 seconds on the clock. Still 4-2 for Team White. O'Halloran, near side for Beljo. Back to O'Halloran, in front to Cousin. Barwick the save. Great chance for Thomas Cousin, but Barwick has been dialed in since coming in for the injured Paris O'Brien.
Yeah, and he's got a big grin on his face. Looks like he's having a lot of fun out there, but he moves over real nice. And, you know, Ethan Barwick, the one thing with him, he moves well he's a bigger goaltender. He's a 6'3", 6'4" guy. I think he's 6'3", and he moves really well for his size, and he's looked really good in the nets for the Bandits.
Oh, and they score off the faceoff. Krieger throws it from the high slot. Was it tipped in? It beats Barwick, the top right corner with 32 seconds to go, and it is 4-3 for Team White.
Yeah, just as I'm lauding Mr. Barwick, he lets a bit of a soft one in, but I think Phillips may have tipped that one. Yeah, I think he reached over and tipped it. So, in all fairness, a redirect, he can't hang on the goaltender.
Devin Phillips bringing Team Red within 1. Krieger on the assist. Half a minute to go. McBride back in his net. And this puck's going to sail out of play. With 25 seconds to go. And the faceoff will be just outside the Team White end.
And we'll be back here tomorrow for the perhaps the deciding game of this 5-game series and the last inter-squad game of this round, and then we'll see what the Bandits announce and how they're going to go forward and what they're going to be able to do.
McBride made about 2 attempts to go to the bench before Macon called him off. Wanted to see this draw first. Time is running out though. White wins the draw. Japchin has it at his own blue line. 15 seconds on the clock. Red's got to hurry here. Lund fell over. Chance for Chisholm. He shoots. McBride the save. 8 seconds to go. Last gas here for Team Red. They can't move it out. And this scrimmage series will be tied 2-2. We head to a 5th and deciding scrimmage tomorrow night at the CRA. Team Red takes the first 2 games. Team White bounces back with 2 straight wins. 4-3 is the final here tonight, and we should have some fun tomorrow.
Certainly so. The shot's 36-27 for Team White. They come out with the win 4-3. So the deciding game tomorrow, 5 o'clock here at the CRA, live on YouTube.
3 is the final. Team White skates to the victory. And who will win the COVID Cup tomorrow? We will find out. 5 o'clock start. Ken and I will be on the air at about 5 minutes to get you set for what should be an entertaining final game of this 2020 training camp. There's 100 tickets available for those of you who want to come tomorrow. Please be here around 4 o'clock. That's when the doors open. It's first come, first serve. Ken and I will have it for you on YouTube for free. Final thoughts, Ken, as we wrap this one up?
I thought it was pretty good for an inter-squad game. Good compete out there. Some real good battles between players, and a lot, like I said, a lot of good returning guys, a lot of talent battling for spots, and a lot of young talent that's going to be here in the future. So, so far so good here at COVID Camp 2020.
For Ken Fleury, I'm Nathan Crosby. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 4-3, Team White skates to a narrow victory. And Game 5 tomorrow night should be a lot of fun here at the CRA. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.